welcome back. We are on the bank, as you can see. Came down last night actually, set up, sort of late on, so I didn't do any videoing. Just thought I'd start this morning. Had a few fish in the evening. What have I had? 4. Biggest is about £9, lovely down here. There's a single bleep there. Oh, there we go. That was right on cue. This. Get you all a look. A nice comment. See, up and around that. Maybe not quite 8 or 9, but 7, 8, something like that. We'll not bother lifting this boy out. Just slip him straight back. That's a nice start. I'll give you all a little look at this rig that I've been using. Just our usual slip date. Just an inline lead as normal. If that would focus. Inline lead, 1.5 inline lead, about 18 inches of tubing up there. Little fan back lead. They just slip on the line, quarter, I think that's a quarter one. Lots of companies do them. Just slips on the line, and when you cast out, that flies back up the line, pins it down a little bit. So that's tungsten tubing as well, so everything's nicely pinned down. And just our little slip D-rig as usual. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated. So we showed this many times. That's what we're using. Should get this rod back out again. I'm not chatting a bit. Well, that was certainly a nice start to the morning. As I was saying, we came down last night and set up. It was quite late on. Had a few fish, bit of a barbecue with some nice pork chops. And my Susie still hasn't woke up as usual. Susie, pork chops? No, she knows really there is none, that's why. Just got a cup of tea on the Kelly Cal. We're going to drink that. So there's a few fish spawning again, which is strange after the big spawning we had a few weeks ago. Definitely thought that was it all over, but there's obviously a few stragglers. There's only a few groups around the lake. There's maybe 3 or 4 wee patches here and there. Not enough to justify closing again. I say definitely the main spawning's over. But and I say we're only back open a week. Well, a week and a half now. After being locked down for 6 weeks due to this COVID-19 or Corona, whatever you want to call it. Crazy times. Nice fish just come up out there. I saw that. Crazy times. So hopefully we're starting to get back to some sort of, well, not normal, but new normality overhead of this whole thing. We'll see what way it works out. Say we were closed there for the 6 weeks, so there hasn't been a lot going on at the fishery. Bits and pieces, just working away as normal. We've done a lot of planting, replanting after the last spawnings that ripped all the reeds out. Planted some new arras here and there, a bit like these, which will grow exactly the same as those, and nice little clumps along the margin. They're absolutely beautiful at this time of year when they all flower. But say we planted those, we grew on from seed last year. There's a couple of guys just come on the willow this morning. And finished the laneway up into the stock pond. Managed to find somewhere open to get a load of stone. And we finished the laneway up to the new stock pond, which has the eggs in it. But everything's set up, as you can see. One thing that's hugely important, it's been crazy spell of weather we've been getting. It's been 24 degrees. Yesterday has to be similar today. Hugely important is keeping these mats wet. We bang on about it all the time. I've actually set this up in the middle of the trees, as you can see, to give it a little bit of shade. Try and pick a shaded area. Again, those mats, if they're sitting in broad sunlight, they become like a frying pan. They're absolutely roasting. And the last thing you want to be doing is putting the fish in that when it's warm. So it'll just be like frying it. And obviously you want plenty of water. And don't buy a ridge monkey bucket because you don't have any water, because the water runs out of it. That's a little gadget I got there. You see my tripod and all set up as usual. Got that little gadget there. Screws onto a bank stick. It actually came with a light I bought, and this magnetic strip on the way, attaches onto the magnet, and then your light attaches onto this, which I'll show you now. That's the light there from Matrix Power Solutions. You'll find them on Facebook. I think it was 25-26 quid. There's a few different light functions. There's a dim light and a bright light for each setting. White, red, green, and then that's actually, you can't really see that in this light, but gives you your battery indicator as you turn it off. Also has a USB port at the back, which allows you to charge your phone or tablet or anything like that should you need to. When I actually got this little light in Lidl's the other night, it's a little triangle shape, £3, I think it was, so it was. Runs on AA batteries, not rechargeable obviously, but for all the time you're going to be using it. I was just used very bright. It's a good job. I was using it last night. You saw that picture of the linear with the light, and just attaching it onto your plate. So, and then you can adjust this at whatever angle you want for your pictures. I'll say that can just sit there. Say $2.99. For the sake of a couple of AA batteries. It's handy because the light off the phone's good, but generally it's never bright enough to get a good picture. As I said before, I take a video and then take a screenshot, so that just lights it up. But water levels are very low at the minute, crazy low. Probably nearly as low as I've seen them in a long time. You can see our radar running there anyway, our little air pumps in the stock pond. We did actually put one branch in here. The fish in here have spawned. There's 10 carp currently in here, plus whatever fries left from last year, and they've spawned again. We did slip one branch in here, one that I actually forgot to lift out of the big lake, but these arse are looking really nice. So over the next couple of years those will establish. We'll have a big display of those. But we'll go and get this cup of tea and see what the rest of the morning brings. Hopefully we might get them going on the surface again later on, if the ducks stay away. These 4 ducks, wherever they are, I'm not sure where they are. There's 4 ducklings. Well, they're nearly fully grown now, and they are a pain. Floaters out at all, they appear. But that's nature. We just got to deal with it, get on with it. We'll get our cup of tea. I'll chat to you in a wee while. It's a nice start to the afternoon, or the evening should I say. Nice myrrh, 12.5 pound, somewhere around there. Put up a hell of a scrap. That's the biggest fish of the session so far. Slip this one straight back. There we go. Right. That fish actually came off this rod on the inside. I actually moved it from where we were fishing last night, just off these trees, to right into the margin. Seen a few fish churning down here earlier, so we brought it in a wee bit closer. Not as paid off. We'll say we're into the evening now. I haven't done much fishing today, say I've been up and down. Gear's still up, I'm hopefully going to do another night here. But say I've been up and down, sorting out customers and a few bits and pieces of work to do during the day. Just left the gear and we're going to get going here again this evening. So that rod's just out about an hour. I had one on the right hand rod, a smaller common there, but maybe 20 minutes ago, half an hour. I'll say that one just rattled off then down to the left. Must have took me got 10 minutes to land that fish. It's certainly are scrapping well. Oxygen levels are good and high. Again, that's just on the usual slip D rig. And then line lead. Actually took the flying back lead off that we were talking about yesterday, or this morning, should I say, and put on a normal back lead, just like this one. Because obviously fishing in the margins, the flying back lead as you cast out is designed to fly back up the line, and because we're fishing so close in, it obviously doesn't. So we're also getting a few liners, so we put just an ordinary back lead. That's a little bank tackle back lead clips. You just put any sort of weight on them you wish. I use these little leads at all, and slide that down the line after you've cast in, pins it all down. We'll go get this rod back in and see what's happening for the evening. It's been a quiet evening, to be honest. Nothing more from that one fish earlier, that one at 12. We've got the tea on, barbecue's on, we've got some pork chops, what was left from last night, and in here we've got some veg, some potatoes. We're going to have a feast, aren't we, Susie? Tablet on, we're watching Mr. Lane. I'd say there hasn't been a lot happening. A few fish out from other people. Say that nice one at 12.5. Had the rods in there for a couple of hours, was just up doing other bits and pieces, sorting out customers for the evening. There's a couple of other people on tonight, and we've tried the floaters again, but could not entice a bite. Just not enough fish competing. So they are taking the floating pellets, but just not enough to, let's say, to entice a bite. And these guys are a pain. I can zoom in a little bit. The ducks, as soon as you put the floaters out, they're on them. But this lot's looking good and rather tasty. Some peppered sauce. It's a little trick for you. If you're nice sauces or anything like that, stick it in a wee bit of tin foil, saves in the cleaning up. Just wrap it in a little parcel. Right, we're going to continue to cook this lot. Hopefully we'll get a few fish this evening, and if not, I'll chat to you in the morning. Morning all. We're just up to let the chickens out, getting all the stuff done for the morning. You can see that we're putting the new stock pond I was talking about yesterday. All the wildflowers come up lovely. Poppies are all out. It's for the bees and butterflies. And there's our branches that we put in the previous video. The carp spawning. Oh, they should all be well hatched now. You can see water levels are very, very low. There's been no rain for must be nearly 8 weeks now. No rain worth talking about. With little bits and pieces, but not enough to bring the levels up. Let's see, everyone's looking good. That's the laneway. Again, I was saying yesterday that we could put in. This is all now finished. You can walk right up around here. Again, this weight on this side. Needs some rain to help it to grow. But it's starting. The radar's on this morning. Oxygen levels are actually very, very good, but put that on. There's been very little movement the last couple of days, so I'll keep things moving. You can see our chickens, babies are growing. We've actually got some more in here. Another 4 just hatched this week. They're good fun. So the radar's going. It was a quiet evening. So there wasn't a lot happening yesterday evening. I had 2 fish, one at 12 o'clock and one at, I think it was 1:30 this morning. Nice mare, nothing crazy big. Gain up and around that 7-8 pound mark. And at a common then about 1:30. Left that rod in at that point. The other rod that was down the margin didn't go at all, so just brought it in. It's just gone after 6 o'clock, so I've just brought it in. Come around to feed the chickens, let them all out, and get the aerators running. So they're only running just to keep the water circulating a bit. Oxygen levels actually are very, very good. We'll let that run for an hour this morning. You can see got a bit of a fly hatch on here. Still all the scum from it. Yeah, that'll keep the fishing slow. You can get big hatches like that. It's hard to compete with it. But say with a couple more fish last night. I'm gonna get the rods again this morning. See if we actually try the floaters this morning. These poppies are beautiful, aren't they, Susie? What do you think? What is it? Right, we'll head back around to the swim. Get the rods back out. Get the kettle on. Make some breakfast on. I'll chat to you in a bit. That's it for an hour session. It's been a good 48 hours. We've had about a dozen fish. 2 at 12.5 pound, common and mare, and one there at 8 or 9 pound there, a nice skilly mare there just before we packed up as well, so we can't complain at that. Susie's going to have a wee sleep before we go. You can see there's still a few fish topping there, but I haven't put floaters in, but typical. They arrive in the swim as soon as the lines are gone. 1 or 2 fish just right up and along this margin. Taking an odd floater that's drifted in. See? Just whenever everything's packed up. But, I say that's us. Finished up. I'll get this trolley up, everything put away. And hopefully we'll get out again next week or the week after. But once again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a wee like, hit the wee bell, keep you notified about every next time we do a video. We'll chat to you next time.